Today we're going to be talking about why recruiting stars and rankings don't matter. So first things first, I'm going to give you two examples of why the stars rankings and the people who make these like quote unquote high school rankings don't necessarily know what they are talking about all the time. And then we're going to talk about the actual process of how these athletes get ranked in case you want to know, in case you want to understand like just generally how people get stars. Because I think every single high school player, middle school player is curious about that because you see all the headlines like, oh, 5-star this, 4-star that. But really the process is not that complicated. It's actually pretty easy to get ranked if you have the skills. But let's talk about examples first. So the first example I want to talk about is a comparison between Josh Rosen. So he's a quarterback who went to St. John Bosco High School, ended up at UCLA, drafted in the first round of the Arizona Cardinals. And then let's talk about Patrick Mahomes, who's from Texas, maybe didn't go to the biggest high school, most talented high school, and he was labeled a 2 or a 3-star recruit, I want to say, and went to Texas Tech. Maybe not as big of a school as UCLA at the time, but obviously look at the two, like I guess you could say, journeys of those players. Like everything, because like I grew up in Southern California, very, very close to St. John Bosco High School and UCLA, and the talk of the town was just how good Josh Rosen is, how he's going to go to the NFL, how talented he is. He's one of the greatest high school quarterbacks anybody's ever seen, right? And then Patrick Mahomes, again, 2-star, 3-star guy, didn't hear much about him, but really, guys, it's not about what your ranking is in high school. It's what you really do after high school, because when you get to college, nobody cares what star ranking you are, if you're a 5-star, 4-star, 3-star, unranked. At the end of the day, you're just like any other college football player. It's what you're going to do when you're in the building, what you're going to do when you're at the practice field. And then obviously it shows, right? Both guys had a pretty successful college career, but look at where they ended up. One currently doesn't play football, and one is the best player in the NFL. It's about what you do when you get to college. So if you're a young player and you're sitting there thinking, man, I'm not ranked, I'm not going to be able to play, I'm not going to go to college, quit thinking that way, you guys. It really doesn't matter as much as you think. What matters is what you do when you get to college. And nowadays with the transfer portal, you could go to a D2, a D3, and then transfer to a D1. You could go to a junior college, then transfer to a D1. Everybody's journey is different. Not everybody is going to have that 4-star, 5-star path. But if you're curious about how you can get stars, how you can maybe earn a ranking, and how that process goes, and why I think it's complete BS, that's what we're going to talk about next. Now, something that matters to college coaches, you guys, is obviously your size. You have to look the part to be able to play at the next level. So if you need help putting on size, building weight, check out that very first link in the description below for our AG Labs Whey Protein Powder. This is the best protein powder on the market that can help you with weight gain, muscle gain, and gaining healthy muscle mass. So if you use the promo code FIRST25, FIRST25 at checkout, you'll get 25% off. So if you click that very first link in the description below, it'll take you right there, and then you can enter the promo code. This is our chocolate peanut butter brownie flavor, and I say ours because this is a company that I started with my brother called AG Labs, where we decided to make supplements specifically for athletes to help with their performance and their weight gain. So we have 4 different protein flavors. So again, very first link in that description below to get yours. Now let's talk about the process of actually getting stars and earning a ranking. So most of the guys that make these rankings, these stars, are just people that own really a website. Like let's use the website called like Rivals.com, right? That's the big one. Everybody wants to know if you're a Rivals 3-star, Rivals 4-star, are you ranked on Rivals, are you on Rivals, whatever, right? And so if you're not familiar with that site, I suggest you check it out to just kind of see how it's pretty much all BS in my opinion. But really what it is that you have to get your film in front of one of their like recruiting reps. So the company will have a recruiting rep for different like areas of the country. Again, I'm in Southern California, so there's a Southern California recruiting rep, and I believe there's also a Northern California Rivals recruiting rep. So that's the dude that kind of scouts talent for the website. So his job is to find the top players in the area to be able to invite them out to one of their camps or one of their combines where they could actually go perform, and then maybe they get a ranking. So that's ultimately who you'd maybe want to get your film in front of if you're interested in getting ranked. But here's the thing, you guys, you don't got to force this process. Like the best football players are the ones who get those rankings because those guys have actually heard about them, because that's their job. Their job is to pay attention to all the local high school talent. That's why they have reps in each specific like city, state, or region, or however you think of it. So that's their job. So if you're a good enough football player, you're making plays, you're standing out on tape, you got college coaches coming to your high school to try to meet with you, to try to recruit you, you're going to be totally fine. I recommend that nobody sets out to get stars or sets out to get ranked. It's interesting to know the process of it. That's why I explain this, but you should never set out to get stars, because that means your head's in the wrong spot. You shouldn't be focused on exposure. You should be focused on your game. There are things you could do to help out with your exposure, obviously, like utilizing social media, reaching out to college coaches on social media, all that, but you need to stay focused on actually improving your skills, get bigger, get stronger, get faster, improve your positional skills, understand your playbook more, because that's the stuff that gets you to the next level, not the rankings.